The drilling platform Neptune's Lance was a monument to human ambition, a steel island in a sea of black. 4,000 meters below, the Atlantic seabed was a realm of perpetual darkness and crushing pressure. Above, the world was a distant memory for the crew. They had endured 3 months of isolation, their lives governed by the rhythm of machinery and the vastness of the ocean. The crew was a mixture of roughnecks, engineers and scientists, each drawn to this abyss for their own reasons, all united by a shared sense of purpose, to probe the secrets hidden beneath the Earth's crust.
Leading the scientific team was Dr. Elena Voss, a geologist with an insatiable curiosity and a deep respect for the unknown. Her eyes, reflecting the glow of a monitor, were filled with both excitement and trepidation. They were on the verge of a major discovery. The data streaming in from the latest borehole was unlike anything they had encountered before.
The heart of Neptune's Lance was the drilling deck, a cacophony of noise and activity. Sparks showered from welding torches, metal clanged against metal, and the air vibrated with the roar of the drill. Yet, despite the constant motion and noise, there was an undercurrent of tension. The isolation, the relentless pressure, and the sheer scale of their endeavor weighed heavily on the crew. Tempers flared over trivial matters, and even the most seasoned veterans were prone to bouts of claustrophobia.
Dr. Voss could feel the tension in the air, a palpable entity that seemed to coil around her like a python. She often escaped to the relative quiet of her makeshift lab. Surrounded by monitors and geological maps, she felt a sense of control, a way to impose order on the chaos of the deep. As she analyzed the latest data from the borehole, a chill ran down her spine. The readings were not just unusual, they were impossible. The drilling team had encountered a layer of rock that shouldn't be there. It was far too dense, too geometrically perfect to be a natural formation. Carter, take a look at this.
Dr. Voss called out, her voice betraying a hint of urgency. Carter, the sonar technician, ambled over, his face a mask of boredom. 3 months on the rig had worn down his enthusiasm. He had seen it all, or so he thought.
What is it now, Doc? Another rock?
Not just any rock, Carter. Look at this structure. It's perfectly symmetrical, almost artificial.
Carter's eyes widened as he took in the image. The sonar was picking up a large rectangular structure directly beneath the drilling platform. It was unlike anything he had ever seen before.
What the hell is that?
I don't know, but I intend to find out.
Her words hung in the air, heavy with unspoken implications. They had stumbled upon something extraordinary, something that could rewrite history, or end it. The ROV, a remotely operated vehicle resembling a miniature submarine, was their eye into the abyss. Equipped with high-definition cameras, manipulator arms, and a battery of sensors, it was a marvel of engineering. But even the most advanced technology seemed fragile against the crushing pressure and utter darkness of the ocean depths. The descent to the ocean floor was a slow, tense affair. The only sounds were the hum of the ROV's thrusters and the crackle of static from the comm system. On the monitors, the world outside the ROV's viewport was a swirling void, illuminated only by the vehicle's powerful floodlights.
As the ROV descended deeper, the pressure outside increased relentlessly. The air grew thick with tension, every creak and groan of the rig amplified by the silence. Dr. Voss, her eyes glued to the monitors, could feel a knot of anxiety forming in her stomach. The abyss was a realm of secrets, but it was also a realm of immense power. The weight of 4,000 meters of water pressed down on them, a constant reminder of the forces they were tampering with.
After what felt like an eternity, the ROV reached the ocean floor. The sonar anomaly, a blurry shape on the instruments, was now a tangible reality. The ROV's cameras transmitted images of a vast flat plain, covered in a fine layer of sediment that swirled in the vehicle's wake, and then they saw it.
My God.
Rising from the seabed like a spectre, a wall of black stone materialized in the ROV's floodlights. Its surface was smooth, almost polished, and it stretched out beyond the limits of the ROV's lights, disappearing into the darkness.
What is it?
Dr. Voss, her heart pounding in her chest, leaned closer to the monitor, her eyes scanning the alien structure. It was unlike anything she had ever seen before. The stone was a type unknown on Earth, its surface covered in intricate carvings that seemed to writhe and shift in the ROV's lights.
The ROV, its thrusters whispering, inched closer to the wall. The camera zoomed in, revealing more details of the carvings. They were not random etchings, Dr. Voss realized with a jolt, but a complex series of glyphs, a language frozen in stone.
What do you think it means?
I don't know, but it's ancient. Older than anything we've ever encountered before.
The implications of their discovery were staggering. If this structure was indeed artificial, it predated all known civilizations by millennia. It challenged everything they thought they knew about history, about humanity's place in the universe.
Dr. Voss, her curiosity battling with a growing sense of unease, directed the ROV to extend one of its manipulator arms. The mechanical limb, tipped with a claw-like appendage, moved with agonizing slowness, every movement amplified by the silence of the abyss. With infinite care, the ROV touched the wall. For a moment, nothing happened, and then the impossible occurred.
A low hum resonated through the water, vibrating through the ROV's hull and into the bones of the crew watching from above. On the sonar display, a pulse of energy emanated from the point of contact, spreading outwards in a ripple of blue light.
What was that? Did we do that?
Dr. Voss, her eyes wide with a mixture of awe and terror, could only shake her head. She had a sinking feeling that they had just awakened something ancient and powerful, something that had slumbered beneath the waves for eons.
The hum intensified, evolving into a deep thrumming that seemed to resonate in their very souls. The lights on the ROV flickered, its camera feed distorting as if caught in the grip of an invisible force.
We need to pull it out. We need to get out of here.
But Dr. Voss was frozen, caught between the primal fear gripping her heart and the insatiable curiosity that had driven her to this abyss. The glyphs on the wall were glowing now, pulsating with an eerie blue light that illuminated the ROV and the swirling sediment around it. The water itself seemed to shimmer and distort, as if reality itself was unraveling.
Dr. Voss, respond. We're pulling you up.
Carter's voice, strained and urgent, crackled through the comm system, but it was too late. The blue light engulfing the ROV intensified, becoming blindingly bright. Then, with a sound like 1,000 whales singing in unison, it disappeared. The monitors went blank, leaving only the stunned silence of the control room and the echo of an ancient power that had been disturbed after millennia. The abyss had called, and something had answered. The crew of Neptune's lance, forever marked by what they had witnessed, could only wait and pray that whatever slumbered beneath the waves would not rise again. The secrets of the deep, it seemed, were not meant for human eyes.